It's week 7 of Scoreboard on Lakeshore PBS. Week 7 means 2 weeks to the sectional, and certain teams are making their move, improving as we get close to the end of the season. We'll have scores and highlights coming up next.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.
Week 7 of Scoreboard on Lakeshore PBS. And, you know, coaches always talk about week 1 to week 2 improvement. It's not always that way for teams who make drastic improvements in the season. I think we saw Highland last week, big step up, big win over Munster. And then I think you saw them continue that tonight, even though they didn't win.
Yeah, and they had a shot. I mean, They really did an excellent job against Lowell, but one turning point, they had one interception, they kind of turned the game around.
And other teams are doing the same thing. We saw Lowell really play well against KV. Maybe he struggled a little bit more than folks thought they would tonight. But so I think at different weeks of the season, teams can improve or take a step back. It's not always from week 1 to week 2. So speaking of that, one of those teams making a move is Hobart.
Yes.
Right. They lost to Chesterton early, had a great effort against Andurain. I mean, Andurain just seems to be their nemesis, but came back very strong tonight.
Trey Gibson had a tremendous game today.
Yes, he did.
How many touchdowns did he have? I don't know.
Trey Gibson had five touchdowns and 402 yards.
402 yards total offense. That's 402 yards of total offense.
So some of that was receiving too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think 294 was rushing. Let's see if we could check out some of those highlights of number 3, Trey Gibson, and Noah Ehrlich and the Hobart Brickies offense, which laid it on KV tonight.
And speaking of Trey Gibson here, look at that, finding that hole right off the bat.
He just waited, so he was patient. He saw the hole.
Saw that line open up, hid behind his big offensive lineman and took it up. Now we got another Trey Gibson run here. He runs hard. He's fast, runs with a purpose.
This is 2 weeks in a row that I think KV had a bad start.
Yeah.
A heavy dose of Trey Gibson there. And this is Noah Elrich there on the touchdown run.
Some different uniforms for the Cougars tonight.
The all black look. That's a pass to Eli Deerdorf there. Nice little pass off to the flat there. Ooh, beautiful. And there's those receiving yards for Gibson.
Wow. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch, nice pattern. Wasn't that wide open, but that was a perfect throw.
And a pass off. This is Max Griffey here. Nice little run. Ooh, stuffed.
Hobart defense there.
Gibson finding the edge.
Some powerful running there. I know Coach Kennedy, you saw his quotes in the paper, he wanted his team to be more physical early.
Ooh, good catch by Deerdorf.
This guy.
Beautiful.
Nice pass by Elrich there to, you guessed it, Trey Gibson.
That's not fair to be putting him out there.
No, he's doing it all.
Yeah, I mean, nice field goal.
Yeah.
Ryan Pinatel. All Hobart tonight, 45-8. I think for Hobart, they are probably better off if the weather's good because They have a quarterback that can see the field and throw a ball with great touches we just saw. And then you're not going to be able to really gang up on that running game if it's decent weather. So I think, hopefully the weather stays good for them.
We've been lucky so far, right?
Yeah.
You can't ask for any better weather than we had today.
That's for sure.
A lot of these offenses really showed it with some of these scores that you'll see.
Yeah.
throughout the
KD
night.
has a tough road. They've got Andrean next.
Yeah.
So that should be a tough one.
It does not get any easier.
No.
for Kansas Valley.
Tough schedule. All right, Chesterton and Lake Central, two teams looking for a win that could continue their upward trajectory this season. Big home game for LC.
Yep.
Big momentum game for them.
They really needed this win, and it was tough. Chesterton came back and played really well.
Xavier Williams bouncing it outside.
Heavy dose of Williams early in this game. Look at that Chesterton defense swarming.
Nice run.
Chesterton got the ball though.
Oh, Boswell pass broken up there.
McCormick started at quarterback.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yes. I believe. Obviously, Chesterton defensively keying on Xavier Williams. Witkowski.
Yeah,
rolling
nice
out.
heads up scramble by the quarterback there.
Good throw.
On time, underneath. Got a flag on the play, but looks like he's going to score, pending what the flag says.
I don't think so.
Yeah. There wasn't much scoring in this game.
Not a good block downfield, I think. Big 3rd and 1 there. Convert.
Big, strong athlete running hard there, but a good defensive stop by Lake Central.
Chesterton's been one of those teams where you kind of scratch your head a little bit
Right.
this year. It's, you're not sure. The defense has been solid. There's the big touchdown run to get them to lead.
Nope, this is it. There you
Okay.
go. He calms down at the 1 there, but that's still that's a big play by Chesterton.
This one went, Lake Central scored late again, but just like last week, we had a team have a bad snap on an extra point, and it cost them the ability to tie the game late.
Offense, defense, special teams. We always forget about the special teams, but it cost them again.
A huge factor last week in a couple games, and a huge factor tonight in this game.
It seems like all season it really has.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been. I think so.
Right. And not necessarily just Lake Central. This has been a Northwest Indiana-wide thing. The special teams has not really carried the weight, and it's shown to really hurt some teams.
It's been a lot of snapping issues.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing to do to be the snapper on punts or extra points. You see guys get scholarships to go to college,
right?
Just because they can snap the football, well. They might be an average player other than being able to snap the football.
Right.
So if you're looking for something to do to play college football and you're practicing it in the backyard, snapping might be the thing to do.
That's
You
right.
learn how to long
That's
slant,
right.
definitely. All right, how about Morton and Hammond? Is Hammond looking ahead to next week? Got a big showdown game with Westside.
Well, this
That's
is
a good question. I think it's a good question.
But this is a rivalry game, the inaugural Hammond versus Hammond clash. We need to come up with a nickname for this one. That's LeBron Hill there with a touchdown catch.
Wow.
Nice tall receiver there.
They got a lot of them. They got a couple of tall receivers.
Dontel Harris with a nice run there.
This was a big game for Morton. They haven't really, well, obviously they played Cathedral last week, but they haven't been competitive in a
Son
lot
Woods
of
with
games.
a fumble there. That's recovered by Adonis Roberts there.
Yeah, Morton played with them for a half, but then Hammond Central really started to take over.
Yeah.
Dontel Harris with another good game here. He's a tough running back. Here he is again.
He's running hard,
Yes, he is.
breaking tackles.
Devier McNair there. And another dose of Dontel Harris Jr. He runs hard.
This is a much better looking run game from Morton.
Right.
Good defense there by Morton on fourth down play. That stop got him the ball back.
Nice pass.
Yeah, completion to McNair there. Ooh, strong running back. That's Freddie Brown there.
Direct snap.
Freddie Brown taking it for 6.
They went for 2 early in this game.
Nice pitch and catch. That's 2 points there.
Morton had the lead in this game, but Hammond stormed back in the second half. 49 big points to come back and knock off Morton 49-20.
Yeah, really good showing by Hammond Central in the second half. We know they have talent here. They have some of these explosive wide receivers and skill position players. The Woods, right? But it was a very close game early, and as we were watching it and keeping our eye on that score, we were kind of getting surprised that, hey, Hammond Morton is doing a good job making sure that they are keeping the game tight, but eventually some adjustments were made, and Hammond Central ended up taking back over.
And now Hammond's got a big game next week against Westside, conference championship on the line. So that's going to be. Hammond has an opportunity in the next couple weeks to go 8-1.
Right.
For a new football program, that would really be outstanding.
And that one was the Valparaiso, one of the higher ranked teams in Northwest Indiana. So no shame in losing that program. So they're having an excellent season. Yeah.
Westside has that Kamajay Terrell, leading rusher in the area. First one to 1,000 yards.
Yeah, and they've had some impressive victories. One of them was against Morton.
Right.
So that should be an outstanding football game next week. Hammond at Westside. All right, how about some South Central against River Forest? Aiden Silver's had a tremendous year.
Yes, he has.
Back at it tonight.
One of the best in Northwest Indiana. He's an excellent athlete.
But boy, they have a couple of running backs that are outstanding. I think that was Jeremiah Stantz still.
This is Silver right here.
Yeah, that's Silver there taking it into the house.
Nice pitch direction.
They've been able to run the ball against everybody except Hanover.
Right.
But the way Hanover's been playing, nobody's been able to run.
No, that's right. No, they haven't been.
That was Kevin Higley with a return there.
Nice throw by Zach Hanchar over the middle there. Catch. They're liking that left side.
Yes, they are.
Jeremiah Stansfield again.
Yeah, they relied upon him heavily this game. This is Caleb Shore with that screen pass there.
There's up the middle.
Nice one. That's Jose Alvarez right there. That's tough. That's
between
tough
the tackles.
Aiden Silver with the keeper in for 6. Oh wow! Look at the slipper and the heady play to toss it to Caleb Shore for touchdown.
Give that little flip pass.
Beautiful play there. All right, we got Higley again here. Ooh, good snag there. That's a Hayden Trutko there with a nice leaping catch. Jose Alvarez back punishing people. Look at this. Look how hard he runs. He's going to take it into the house. Beautiful football play right there, I tell you.
River Forest has had some really offensive explosions this season. They had another one tonight, 63-6 over South Central. How about all the scores in Northwest Indiana here on Lakeshore Scoreboard? on Lakeshore PBS. Let's go to the board and check out everything. No problem for Crown Point, 51-10. They were outstanding again tonight. LaPorte got a late touchdown. The Bulldogs undefeated at 7-0.
They just keep rolling.
Michigan City with a nice offensive performance tonight.
They really played well tonight.
Andrean, big 44-0 over Munster.
This was a big game. Lowell and Highland. Highland played so very well.
They're right in it to the last minute.
Yep, Lowell had to come from behind to win the ball game. Wheeler big over Bishop Knoll, 46-7. And Hanover all over Whiting tonight, 69-7 at home.
Matt Kuntz only had 5 touchdowns.
Calumet went on the road, shut out Clay, 60-0. Griffith came from behind to beat Boone Grove, 28-26. And there's Westside getting ready for their showdown next week, 52-0 over East Chicago tonight. Elsewhere, Judson, no problem, 62-22 over Triton.
Triton's a 5-1 team.
Yeah.
Triton is no slouch. North Judson made it look easy.
And their only losses to LaVille, and the big showdown is next week. 2 undefeated teams, North Judson at LaVille. I was trying to hear where Chuck DeMoss was going next week.
He didn't say.
He did not.
That's going to be a good one. We'll have to maybe urge him to go that way.
Yeah, he's probably in deep thought. West Central, 20-14 over Winnemac. Knox all over Pioneer, 53-18. We'll have a timeout. We'll come back with our game of the week. Valpo at Maryville on Lakeshore Scoreboard.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.
If you're a fan of the prep sports programming that you're tuning into here on Lakeshore PBS, please consider making a donation today in support of this great programming. We are counting on you.
Catch all the region's prep football action on Lakeshore PBS Sports. We kick off at 6 p.m. on 89.1 FM with Ben Kolodzinski and Wayne Svetnoff. We'll give you a look into the week's slate of games with analysis and live updates from correspondents around the region. At 10:30, switch over to Scoreboard for highlights, final scores, and a recap from the area's best games. Keep up with all the games from anywhere on your phone or tablet with live streams of the shows and up-to-the-minute scores on Facebook and YouTube.
Very difficult stretch for Valpo with Crown Point last week, Maryville tonight.
Ain't no rest for the weary right there. That's a tough stretch.
And they had a difficult game against Chesterton too before that. So, all right, Maryville had their running back Marshall set out last week, right?
Right.
He's back tonight.
Oh yeah.
Still had Trey Stevens. So let's check out some highlights. Valpo and Maryville at Demery Stadium. Homecoming.
The Mansion Band, my favorite. I love it.
Oh, Alex got some band shots for us tonight.
That's John Peters.
Right.
It's John Peters again?
Yep. He's really played well for Maryville. He had a nice little article, and he's really stepped up for them.
Wow, good throw.
Oh, that's Roche there with the catch.
Right.
Beautiful play. Speak of Justin Marshall, he shall appear. Take it down to the 1 yard line.
Didn't look like he was coming off injury there.
No, it didn't. But it didn't seem like he missed much of a beat coming back. Reed Amons on the radio said that early in this game, Valpo actually had a lot of success rushing the ball.
Really?
Yeah, moving up and down the field, but oftentimes they would get up, into the positive yardage, but stall out a little bit. This is Berta. Again, it's a nice strong run. You can see that just the yards after catch, or yards after contact there. And Berta with a touchdown. That's Trey Stevens. Look at that shoelace tackle. He had a lot of green in front of him.
He did.
Whew. Beautiful rollout, beautiful ball.
You know
wow.
what? You can see in the 2 or 3 highlights tonight, he throws really accurately on the run.
Yes, he does. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from him this game.
Nice catch.
Ian Wilson there.
Good throw on the run.
That is DJ Love right there. It's a tremendous name. That's an all area name right there.
Look at that. Wide open.
O'Shawn Kelly. Touchdown. Beautiful play.
Great play off the scramble. Maryville opened it up, had a late pick 6. 37-10. Maryville only issue tonight, I think, was a lot of penalties.
Right.
That could hurt them down the road. So definitely things to coach up this week.
Sure. When you're Maryville and you're trying to hold a lead against a team of Valpo trying to fight back, the one thing you can't do is have multitudes of penalties. Towards the end of the game, Valpo was trying to claw back in. There was a late hit, a pass interference, and a pass interference. That's 45 yards of penalties in one drive. You can't do that. But luckily, they still got out of this game with the victory.
Yes.
A fairly convincing victory against a very hungry Valpo team. So it's good to make mistakes if you still win, but it gives you areas to improve on.
Definitely, and I think that's something, down the road that might come back to haunt you if you get in a, get to the point where you're making too many penalties. All right, let's check out all the scores in Northwest Indiana on Lakeshore Scoreboard. Bulldogs undefeated 7-0. They went on the road tonight, 51-10. City 35-12 over Portage. Andrean tosses the shutout, 44-0. I think Drake Bowen had 3 TDs. He had the first 2 of that game. Lowell comes from behind, 98-yard drive, 21-14. Highland, the last couple weeks, vastly improved. Just like last year, if I recall, the last few weeks of the season, they played a lot better and into the postseason. Wheeler, 46-7 over Bishop Knoll. No problem for Hanover, 69-7. Outstanding offensively, defensively. Have Calumet coming up, and then that sectional is going to be rough. Calumet 60-0 over South Bend Clay.
Their quarterback, Marcham, had 6 TD passes.
Wow. Big win on the road, getting up there and scoring a lot of points. Griffith came from behind to beat Boone Grove in a very competitive game by the score of 28-26. Westside shuts out East Chicago. They've got Hammond High next week, 52-0 for the Cougars. Judson undefeated 7-0. They are at undefeated LaVille next week for the Hoosier North Conference Championship.
That's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
62-22 for the Jays over Triton. And you guys had Brett Lambert on the radio tonight.
Yes.
And I almost drove off the road coming in when he said they were 2 platoon and they don't have any guys going both ways.
Right.
I wonder
guy.
If that's the way a lot of teams do that in the regular season, but once the sectional starts or for regional, they might change, but I wonder if that would stay the same way. West Central 20-14 over Winnemac. Knox with the W. Maryville 37-10. Hobart really impressive tonight at KV. And Chesterton hangs on to beat Lake Central 14-13. There's the Hammond Central win over Morton. They came back to win big. And River, we saw some highlights of that game. River all over South Central, 63-6. All right, we're going to check out that Valpo-Maryville game again. I love the way that Jalen throws on the run.
Right. You see some of those scramble passes. Pay attention to some of these highlights. He'll do a reverse pivot and take a look out into the flat, and he will find that receiver because he throws a rope. Really impressive how he's been playing so far.
Yeah. Again, really good performance by him, but I know they're not thrilled with the penalties. But he throws a nice ball when he's got his weight on his feet, but he also throws an accurate ball when he doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a very impressive throw.
He got hit as he threw there, and it was a beautiful play.
Maryville's got not only this Justin Marshall, who can play receiver and running back, but they've got Philip Roche as a receiver, and now John Peters is starting to step up.
And Trey Stevens as a backup running back, who would be starting probably for every other team in Northwest Indiana.
And let's give their defense some love here, too. Valpo is one of the highest scoring teams in Northwest Indiana. They've held them to 2 scores.
Right.
That is an impressive performance by the Maryville Pirate defense.
Yeah, and one of those drives was aided by a lot of penalties.
Right, exactly.
All right, we will be back again next Friday night with another edition of Lakeshore Scoreboard. The draw should be around the corner, I think, right?
I think it's coming up.
Sunday?
I believe
is
that's
it Sunday or is it next Sunday?
I don't know.
Because there's 2 games left in the regular season.
Yeah, so it should be, you're right, it should be next Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it'll be interesting to see how some of these teams match up. In the 5As, you're going to see some repeats, some rematches.
Well, the big one's going to be the 3A section.
Right. Oh yeah.
The big one's going to be, West Lafayette, Hanover. That'll be huge. All right, we'll see you next Friday night at 10:30 on Lakeshore Scoreboard.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short. And the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.